Do this if you find out your daughter has sneaked out of the house. Go to a Halloween store and buy fake blood. When your daughter escapes through the window, go into her room and open the window completely. She probably went out to drink alcohol and kiss boy, and she'll come back pretending she was asleep all night. But she'll notice that the window is completely open, and her bedroom door will also be open. The couch turned upside down and the house trashed. But she'll be even more scared when she sees blood trails leading to the bathroom, where she'll find you injured and tied up inside the bathtub with a sign that says, "Thanks for leaving the window open." She'll be so traumatized that she'll never run away from home again.
This is what happens when you go to prison in other countries. In Russia, the first thing they do is take your clothes and make you shower to stop bacteria from entering the prison. Once you are clean, they give you a new set of clothes and they force you to stay in quarantine for 15 days. But in Japan, prisoners are treated just like slaves and they are forced to work. Their schedule starts at 6 in the morning and ends at 9 at night. This schedule includes 9 hours of work, 3 meals, and 3 hours of free time. Very different from prisons in Norway, where they have access to a private bathroom, a flat screen TV, and a window with beautiful landscapes. Also, the guards allow you to wear your own clothes and receive 3 visits a week from friends and family.
A snake can start eating its own tail if it mistakes it for a prey. This happens when it's in situations of extreme stress, causing intense confusion. In this state, its natural instinct to hunt and eat is so strong that it doesn't even realize that it's eating its own tail. If it manages to swallow too much of it, it can get stuck in its intestines and cause a blockage. This blockage can lead to irreversible damage and even death. This is the difference between a jail and a prison. When a judge sentences you, they let you choose between going to jail or to prison. But which one is better? First, comfort. The cells in a jail are designed to hold inmates for just a year or less. So the bed and the bathroom are poor quality and are usually dirty. But prison cells are meant for people serving many years or even life. And they have better quality beds and a window with natural light. Second, privacy. A prison usually has a lot more security guards than a jail, because in prison there are the most dangerous criminals on the planet. Also, there are security cameras recording 24 hours a day. Lastly, entertainment. In jail, you can't do anything while you sit bored waiting. But in prison, there are soccer fields, a gym, and even a giant TV.
If you're completely stuck on a desert island, do not drink the water from the brown coconuts. They have some oils that will give you dehydration. Better look for green coconuts that are about to fall. If someone comes up and asks for the time, don't look at it on your mobile phone. It's a trick used by many thieves to steal all your stuff. If someone takes a photo and your eyes are fully white, run quickly to the nearest doctor. There's a good chance you have cancer. If you're on the beach and you notice a purple flag, get out of the water quickly. There are very dangerous animals that could eat you.
If you see a woman with a very large belly, don't ask her if she's pregnant. She might just be overweight and she'll get mad at you. If you're at a restaurant and your food has a bug in it, take a quick photo of your plate before telling the staff. They might say that you're making it up, but that way you'll have proof of the insect. If you're at a casino and you get offered a free drink, don't drink it under any circumstances. It's a common trick to get you really drunk so you'll gamble all your money. If you're lost in the ocean, but you're so hungry that you want to eat your friend, ask him to tie you up with a rope. You're hallucinating from hunger and turning into a cannibal. If you're at a party and you feel like something has stung or pricked you, get out of there as fast as you can. Someone might have injected you with a drug to make you lose consciousness. If you're in the bathroom and you drop your phone into the toilet, don't try to put it in rice to absorb the water. It's a myth that doesn't work, and the rice could get stuck inside the phone. If you're the mother of a newborn baby, never take him to a public hospital. Other poor and sick patients might try to attack you out of jealousy. If you need to get an MRI, do not enter the room with metal objects. The machine has a super magnet that will attract them with massive force. If you're cheating on a test and you accidentally make eye contact with the teacher, don't try to play it off by pretending you're thinking. The teacher will suspect you and you'll look ridiculous. If something gets stabbed into your body, don't try to pull it out of the wound. That will only make you lose more blood. Instead, cover the hole with your clothes and run to the hospital. If you get a raise at work, don't tell your co-workers how much you're making. They'll think it's unfair and might try to get you fired. If you're going to sunbathe naked in your backyard, make sure no neighbors are on their balconies. They might come out to look and get a disgusting surprise. If you're at the gym and a stranger challenges you to a weightlifting competition, don't do it. They're filming a video for YouTube and you'll end up looking ridiculous. If you're sleeping in a hotel and hear strange noises, place a glass on the doorknob before going to bed. If someone tries to open the door, the glass will fall and you'll wake up instantly. If you're getting attacked by a great white shark, don't punch it in the nose. Your punch will be too weak. Instead, try pushing the shark's nose downward. If you're in a hot air balloon and it starts dropping too low, throw out as much weight as you can and aim for a safe landing spot.
If you are in a dangerous bathroom and need to poop, always leave one foot out of your pants. If someone tries to attack you, you'll be able to stand up and defend yourself against the thief. If you are going to declare your love in a public place, do not choose your favorite restaurant. If they reject you, you will look ridiculous and you will never want to go back there. If you are at a dinner and choke while eating, don't try to leave the table silently to avoid embarrassment. A lot of people die because they don't ask for help. It's better to just make the universal sign that you are choking. If you are going to travel by plane, always take a picture of your suitcase before takeoff. If the suitcase gets damaged along the way, you will have proof and they will give you a new suitcase.
If you're on a date and you forget the name of the girl, go to Starbucks and buy her a coffee. When they hand out the drink, they'll call her name out loud and you won't look ridiculous. If you touch a cactus and your hand gets full of spine, apply white glue all over your hand and wait for it to dry. That way you can peel off the glue and remove all the cactus spine. If you're about to sign a contract but there's a small smudge on the paper, don't sign it. It could be the fine print with ridiculous condition. If you go to the doctor and notice he's typing while you're talking, be careful and look at his screen. He's Googling what you're saying because he has no idea what's wrong with you.
You are selling bottles of water for $2 each, but your neighbor has set up a store next door and started selling for $1 each bottle. All the customers are only buying from him, but you need to make money. You could wait until he goes to the toilet and destroy his stand, but you could end up going to jail. You could also lower the prices to 90 cents, but each bottle of water cost you 95 cents, so you would end up losing money. Your best option is to buy all of his bottles for $1. Your neighbor closes the stand because he has no more bottles, but you raise the price to $5 each and you become a millionaire. The parents of the girl you like invite you to dinner at their house. Do this so you don't look ridiculous. Brush your teeth, put on perfume, and don't ask the mom's age when you say hello. If they introduce you to the little brother and he's an idiot, don't insult him or hit him because they'll get mad at you. On the other hand, at dinner, don't make noise when you eat and don't talk with your mouth full or they'll think you're nasty. Finally, when you say goodbye, don't try to kiss your crush. If the father notices, he'll kick you out firing shots.
You get to your first day at school and you have no friends. Do this so you can be the popular in your class. Try to make your classmates laugh loud, but be careful since you don't want to be the clown of the class. However, there is a problem. The classmates don't know your name. When the teacher asks a question, get up first and solve the exercise on the blackboard. If you say your name in front of the whole class, no one will forget. On the other hand, you also want to know some things about them so that no one sees you like some stranger. During the recess, go quickly and try to talk with everyone, with the cools, the geeks, the class clowns. Finally, after your classes, sign up for all the extracurricular activities. Real friends are made both in and out of school.
If you woke up inside a coffin in the 1800s, you'd have a small chance of survival. Look, since there were too many cases of people being buried alive during that time, a tube was connected from the coffin to the surface to let air flow in. On the grave, a bell was connected to a rope that ran down into the coffin. If you woke up trapped, pulling the rope would ring the bell, giving the signal to the cemetery workers that you were still alive.
Do this to get a free Lamborghini. Start by going to the supermarket and buy a bottle of super glue. Then go back home and gather all the toothpicks sitting around the kitchen. Stick them all together and they will turn into a plank. Leave the house and place the plank on top of your father's car. Now, take an apple out of your pocket and place it on the plank. After a few hours, a big elephant will come and eat the apple. Then take a rat out of the trash and show it to the elephant. It will be so scared that it will start jumping on the plank. Your father's car will be pressed flat, and now you have a free Lamborghini. If you're lost in the forest, follow these 5 rules to survive. First, don't move. The rescue team will only look for you where you were last seen, not where you might have gone. Second, look for water. You can survive 3 weeks without food, but only 3 days without water. But before drinking it, you have to filter it. Fold your t-shirt 4 times and pour the water through it. This way you'll eliminate dirt, bugs, and bacteria. Third, signal SOS. Make 3 signals of anything repeatedly. 3 flashlight flashes, 3 loud whistles, or even 3 3 fires. 4th, build a shelter. Use branches, stones, and bushes. Put it all together, and above all, make sure the roof doesn't fall down. Finally, make a fire. Rub a stick repeatedly against dry leaves on top of a log. When smoke comes out, blow on it while you keep rubbing. Fire is useful for warming up boiling water and, most importantly, attracting the attention of rescuers.
A farmer paints his cow with black and white stripes, mimicking the pattern of a zebra. It might seem ridiculous, but this pattern actually makes cows happier, helping them produce more milk. You see, the stripes help them blend in better with the environment, but they also confuse insects like mosquitoes, making them dizzy so they can't bite the cow. Scientists discovered that unhappy cows consistently produce less milk, and giving them this zebra-like pattern helps keep bugs away, which in turn increases milk production. A woman downloaded a sleeping app on her phone thinking it would help her rest better. This app recorded her sounds while she slept, like talking or moving. But one night at 2 in the morning, it recorded some very strange noises, as if someone was searching for something in her room. So while half asleep, she whispered, "What are you doing?" And a man with a deep voice replied, "Nothing." But she was home alone with just her baby son, until she decided to move to another house and the sounds mysteriously stopped.
The weirdest allergies in the world. Part 2. This girl is allergic to clapping because she's allergic to the vibrations it causes. Every time she claps or rubs her hands together, her hands swell up to twice their size. Something similar happened to this other man who's allergic to electricity. One day he was rubbing a balloon on his head. The static gave him an electric shot, making his whole face swell. Now he avoids balloons and metal bars. And finally, Ethan Walker is allergic to wood. In 2013, he fell from his treehouse and got a wood splinter stuck in his finger. He had a fever for hours until doctors discovered that his blood becomes toxic when it touches wood.
Tic-Tac-Toe 2 update. Now, instead of using X's and O's, in every turn, you must draw a horizontal or vertical line, and if you want, you can block your opponent on your turn. Also, to win, you must complete 3 crosses in a row. This way, there can never be a tie, and games last twice as long. But playing like this, the second player would win 90% of the time. That's why there's a rule to make it fair. No player can draw on top of the opponent's last move, so if you play in an empty spot, your rival can't put their line on top of yours right after your turn. This way, Tic-Tac-Toe 2 is perfectly balanced.
You get to your first day of class, but the teacher doesn't like you. Do this to become his favorite student. Try asking questions about the subject, but be careful, you also don't want to be the annoying one in class. But there's a problem. You forgot to do your homework because you were playing on your phone. If the teacher asks you to correct it on the board, do not say that your dog ate it. Instead, apologize in front of the whole class. A teacher really hates dishonest students. But above all, never use your phone in the middle of the class, since it's very disrespectful. On the other hand, you'll want to talk to him outside of class so he sees you're very interested in his subject. Say hi in the hallways, ask questions during break, and tell him a joke to earn his trust. Finally, after class, ask him a question using Gmail. Don't forget to do your homework and subscribe to Big Damn Baby.